The boy's trembling voice was so soft, the traffic around him almost swallowed it, almost. But the group of bikers who had just stopped at the signal heard every word. Their engines quieted. Their eyes shifted. And in that moment, none of them imagined that this tiny boy with dust-covered cheeks and oversized slippers was about to lead them into a truth darker than anything they were prepared for, or that the person responsible for his suffering was someone they all knew too well. The hook tightened its grip. They looked down at the child clutching a small, rusted bicycle with one hand, far too small for him, while wiping his nose with the other. Something about him felt wrong, too thin, too scared, too desperate. And this was only the beginning. The boy swallowed hard. "Please, buy my bike. Mommy, she hasn't eaten in 2 days. I tried to work, but they took everything from us." One of the bikers felt his chest tighten. He leaned in. "Who took everything from you, Beta?" The boy's eyes flicked left, fear flashing like a warning, and what he said next sent a chill crawling up their spines. "They said if I tell, they will take Mommy too." And then the signal turned green. But not a single bike moved. They had already made their decision. Chapter 1. The bikers decided to follow the boy, forming a silent convoy around him like shields on wheels. The city grew quieter as they left the main roads and entered a narrow settlement of crumbling walls and flickering bulbs. The boy kept looking back, as if expecting monsters to appear from the shadows. His grip on the bicycle tightened every time he heard footsteps. Finally, he pointed toward a small, broken room where a woman lay on a thin mattress. The bikers froze when they saw her. She wasn't just hungry, she was weak to the point of fading. Her lips were pale, her eyes sunken, her breath shaky like it had to fight its way out. The moment the boy ran to her, she tried to sit up. "Ayan, you shouldn't have gone out." A biker gently interrupted, "Baji, we're here to help." Her eyes widened with confusion and shame. "No, please don't. They'll make it worse." "Who?" the biker captain asked. She looked away, tears building. "The lone man. I borrowed money during Ayan's fever. When I couldn't repay, they took our clothes, our stove, even the electricity meter. They said next time, they'll take my son." Ayan's small voice trembled. "Mama hasn't eaten for 2 days. I thought, if I sell my bike." Her tears burst free. "It was your father's gift. It's the only thing you have." A biker knelt beside the boy. "Beta, why didn't you tell someone?" Ayan looked down. "Because I'm small. Nobody listens to small people." Every biker's heart cracked at the same time. One of them ran outside and returned with bags of food. Another fetched water. Another spread a clean sheet over her. The woman tried to object, but the captain raised a hand. "Baji, today, you rest. The fight is ours now." Her eyes widened. "No, please. Those men are dangerous." "So are we," one biker said quietly. "But we fight for the right reasons." The bikers asked where the lone man stayed, and though terrified, the woman finally gave the address. And as they stepped out, Ayan clutched his tiny bike. "I'm coming too," he whispered. The captain gently ruffled his hair. "You've done enough courage for one day, little lion. Let us handle the monsters." He smiled a tiny, painful smile. For the first time in days, he felt safe. Chapter 2. The bikers reached the loan shark's den, a warehouse buzzing with men who looked too comfortable with cruelty. The leader sat on a chair, gold rings shining, chewing pawn like he owned the whole block. He smirked when he saw the bikers. "What now, boys? Road issues. Racing trouble." The captain stepped forward. "Return everything you took from the widow." The men laughed. "Which widow?" "There are many." Ayan's mother. His smirk faded for a moment, just a flicker, but then he leaned back with arrogance. "Ah. The one who cried like a beggar. She owes money. I collect money. That's life." "She paid most of it," the captain replied. "But not all," the men snapped. "A rule is a rule." A biker stepped closer. "What rule lets you steal a child's belongings? Or threaten to take him away?" The men leaned in. "The rule that nobody stops me." That was his biggest mistake. Before he could blink, the bikers surrounded him. Not with violence, but with evidence. They had recorded the mother's testimony. They had footage of his men taking her belongings. They had names, dates, even witnesses from nearby homes who came out when the bikers knocked. And within minutes, local authorities arrived, called by the bikers beforehand. The loan shark's empire trembled as handcuffs clicked around his wrists. "You can't do this," he screamed. The captain calmly replied, "You made one small boy think he didn't matter. That was your downfall." The neighbors clapped. Some cried. Others sighed with relief. His men scattered like rats. The bikers gathered the belongings: stove, clothes, utensils, the meter, everything stolen, everything abused. They carried it back themselves, each man holding something, like a procession of justice walking through narrow streets. When Ayan saw them returning, his face lit up. He dropped his little bike and ran straight into the captain's arms. "You saved Mommy," he whispered. "No," the captain smiled, lifting him up. "You saved Mommy. You had the courage to ask for help." The woman, now stronger after eating, stood in the doorway, tears streaming. "I don't know how to thank you." "You don't have to," a biker replied. "Just never let Ayan think he's small again." The bikers left only after setting up groceries for weeks, arranging medical help, and connecting her with people who could offer honest work. As they prepared to ride off, Ayan shouted, "Sir! I still want to sell my bike." They turned, shocked. "Why, Beta?" "So I can buy food for Mommy, for later." The captain walked back, knelt down, took the bike, and placed it gently in the boy's hands. "This bike stays with you. Forever. It's not for selling." Then he handed the boy a small envelope. "And this is for later." Inside were enough funds to keep him safe for months. Ayan hugged him tightly. "Thank you for listening to a small person." The captain softly replied, "You're not small. You're the reason we finished a fight we didn't know we needed to fight." The engines roared to life. And as they rode away, Ayan stood in the sunlight, holding the bike his father gave him, the bike he almost sold to save the woman who gave him life. By evening, the whole neighborhood knew what happened. People walked a little safer. Mothers felt a little braver. Children slept without fear. And the story of a tiny boy who approached a group of bikers with a trembling plea became a reminder. Courage doesn't come from size. It comes from love. And sometimes, the smallest voices create the loudest change.